Now on CoastTV News.
Fixing failing grades, we look at what Maryland officials are proposing to address declining math scores. And facing more parking fines, we look at the hike being proposed in Ocean City.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Elisa Weber and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Happening today, the Maryland Board of Education will host a public hearing on the proposed math policy. According to the board, a big part of this policy includes shortening the time students take Algebra 1 and 2. The change would begin in the 2027-2028 school year, and the board says students need this because, according to a national assessment, in 2022, Maryland 4th and 8th grade students ranked 43rd in the nation for percentage of students being proficient or above in math. The public hearing takes place during the board's meeting this morning at 9 a.m. And new this morning, fallen officer Andrew Duarte is being honored after he died Saturday during a hospital shooting at UPMC Memorial Hospital in Pennsylvania. On your screen right now is the procession that took place in Pennsylvania on Monday. And as you can see, firefighters and EMS vehicles lined overpasses along the route to show their respect for the fallen officer. Duarte was a former OCPD officer as well. And also new this morning, Delaware officials will continue to investigate the cause of the severe crash you see right here on your screen. According to the Greenwood Volunteer Fire Company, first responders arrived at the scene on Shawnee Road, and the company says that crash happened a little after 9 a.m. on Monday. We are now taking a live look outside at Milford this morning, and our first meteorologist Bob Trahey is going to join us. Bob, it doesn't look that sunny from our camera there, but I know it is warmer out today, possibly feeling like spring. Good news?
Oh, it's very good news, Elisa. Definitely has that spring feel out there. And we are seeing some clouds right now as we're looking at clouds and some blue skies. Temperature-wise, we're in the lower 60s in Salisbury up to Delmarva, 60 degrees there, 61 in Georgetown, 58 in Redden. But a big contrast, lower 60s inland. Now we've got 50s at the beaches, even 43 in Ocean City, 48 in Bethany Beach. And we're looking at the cooler conditions there because wind is coming right off the ocean. But inland areas, it is a little milder right now with the southwesterly wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour inland, but along the coast we're seeing that wind parallel to the coast, so that's why it's cooler there. As we're looking at the satellite picture right now, some mid to high level clouds are building in as there is a system back to our west. There is some precipitation through Virginia and back into Pennsylvania, but I think this will dry up, but we will be looking at clouds as we go into the afternoon. So lower to maybe even middle 60s some areas as we go into the middle part of the afternoon, as we're looking at some cloud cover, cooler 40s and 50s at the beaches, and a beautiful afternoon is in store. If you're washing your car, looking great the next 2 days to do that. Thursday, not so much. Better chance of showers there. I'll have much more on this spring-like forecast and those rain chances coming up in a little bit.
Thank you so much, Bob. And you're going to want to make sure you're legally parking when you visit Ocean City. Happening today, the Ocean City Council will discuss a possible price hike for parking fines. If approved, certain parking fines will be doubled while special event zones are in place. These could be the 4th of July fireworks or the cruising events. And according to the Ocean City manager, they believe this would be a good way to encourage people to park legally during the busiest parts of the season, while others think it's just another way for the town to make money.
It's a big boost to the economy, bringing extra people, and they're spending the money. They jack up the prices on drinks, hotels, and food. I think parking should be the least of their worries to try to make a quick extra dollar.
After that proposal is presented, the Ocean City Council will then discuss how to move forward. And speeding fines have already increased when it comes to those special event zones in Ocean City, like endless summer cruising, 4th of July fireworks, and the Ocean City Christmas Parade. These are just a couple examples of those special event zones. And it's a time for drivers to be extra careful when they're on the roads. And Danish power giant Ørsted wanted to build the Skipjack wind farm off the Delaware coast before pressing pause on that project about a year ago. Now they are Sussex County property owners, and Ørsted owns land in Harbeson. This is at the intersection of Walker and Diamond Farm, and the alternative energy company says it entered into an agreement to buy this land in 2023. So now what will they do with all of that? Ørsted said in a quote, any future plans for that property would be subject to federal and local permits. Environmentalists, though, are not convinced the land and 2 existing offshore wind farm leases mean Ørsted is going forward.
Certainly don't read it from our perspective as Ørsted's back on, everything's moving forward again.
And the mayor of Fenwick Island, Magburger, is a long opponent of the offshore wind project, and she believes this could be an attempt by Ørsted to eventually bring power cables from those wind turbines on shore. And happening now, more confusion for millions of federal workers after a midnight deadline passed for an email they got over the weekend. It asked workers to list 5 things they accomplished last week. Some agency heads told their employees not to respond, but now the author of that email, Elon Musk, says once again employees who do not comply will be fired. NBC's Alice Barr shows us why the president is defending the inquiry and how other U.S. leaders are responding.
A new twist this morning after the midnight deadline passed on that controversial email asking government workers to explain what they did on the job last week. Department of Government Efficiency head Elon Musk posting overnight, quote, "Failure to respond a second time will result in termination." That after the Trump administration told the heads of federal agencies that responding was voluntary. And several departments dealing with classified information, including state, justice, and defense, told employees to wait or not reply, even as President Trump defended the demand.
What he's doing is saying, are you actually working?
A California lawsuit by a coalition of labor unions aims to block any firings connected to the email. Mark Smith represents Veterans Affairs nurses.
When I go to my own healthcare provider, I want that provider to be laser focused on my care. I don't want that provider to have to be worrying about emails that they're getting from some unelected billionaire.
While at a town hall in Missouri, a large crowd confronted one Republican representative.
We are being discounted by those in Washington, claiming that we're the swamp and we're the fraud, waste, and abuse. No.
Lawmakers divided.
Asking people to justify their work, I think, is a reasonable step.
There is a way to do this that is proper, that is lawful, and also treats our federal employees with a little bit of dignity.
3 sources tell NBC News responses to the email would be fed into an advanced AI system to determine whether an employee's work is mission critical, leaving federal workers at a critical crossroads. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Coming up next, Teardown in Dewey will tell you why one town commissioner says the new town hall will be an exciting upgrade for the area.
Is there really gold at Fort Knox? Even President Trump has questions.
We want to see if the gold is still there.
Gold mystery at Fort Knox, the most secure vault on the planet. Next in Sun Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro. The natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
This is a community where my zaniness fits in just fine. Because I go to Rehoboth Beach, they love me because I'm zany. I go to Lewis, they love me because I'm zany, I guess. Or they tolerate me, I go to Milton, I go to Salisbury, and just people are more accepting than you would typically give them credit for. That's an overall wonderful, even playing field is connecting with people, regardless of the background or the culture. It is really surprising how diverse this particular area along the coast is specifically.
Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams. Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Demolition is underway in Dewey Beach on town government offices, and soon Dewey Beach will have a building with a number of services inside of it. Town leaders say mold problems in the old building and limited space are two of the big reasons why this upgrade was needed.
So the new place is going to have the police department, our administrative offices, EMS, our courthouse. Everything is going to be in this new building, and it won't have mold, and we'll have enough space for everything, and it's just so exciting.
Officials say Sussex EMS's new location here will help improve response times, and the town's police department will also be refurbished. And happening today for those who need food assistance, there's going to be a mobile food pantry in Greenwood. The Food Bank of Delaware is hosting that pantry right now until 1 p.m. at the Greenwood United Methodist Church. In order to participate, you'll need to bring proof that you live in Delaware.
We're seeing some cloud cover right now in Cambridge on the FH4 camera, but still mild despite the clouds, 55, and we're headed into the upper 50s, close to 60 there, as it is a taste of spring for Delmarva today. 60s expected inland, cooler at the beaches, more mild weather to come the next couple of days with a few showers on Thursday. Congratulations to Jody Satterfield from Willards, Maryland, on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV. More on the mild weather and also a cool down too coming our way. I'll have your forecast after the break.
Secondhand smoke lingers for hours, and it's killed almost 3 million people since 1964. When you smoke in the house, everyone in the house smokes. So, take it outside. Visit takeitoutside.de.org.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Big 107.7 and 107.1 The Duck are giving you a chance to win a trip to see the Eagles live in Las Vegas at the Sphere. Submit a video of yourself performing an Eagles song to BigClassicRock.com or 1071theduck.com. 5 finalists will be invited to Crawl Street Tavern on March 22nd to sing a randomly selected Eagles song live with Fuzzbox Piranha. The lucky winner is headed to Vegas to see the Eagles live. Listen to Big 107.7 and 107.1 The Duck for details or visit our websites.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Are you ready? Tuesday at 7 on Coast TV. The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Tuesday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
It's a nice taste of spring on this Tuesday. Spring fever may be breaking out across Delmarva. Gutter Helmet Camp 63 right now. A southwesterly breeze, seeing some high clouds out there, and we'll be looking at temperatures into the 60s for a lot of us away from the coast later on as temperatures are well above average. We have seen the clouds arrive. I think they'll be with us today. As we move through Wednesday into Thursday, temperatures staying some 10 to 15 degrees above average. The average high now is close to 50 degrees, so we'll be enjoying enjoying that. And yesterday at this time, we were about 11 degrees cooler than we are now in Salisbury and Georgetown. About 4 to 8 degrees warmer now in Easton, Cambridge, and Ocean City as that warm-up continues. Look at the 60s across inland areas now. 61 in Milton, Seaford 63, Delmar 62, Salisbury 61. But then you get closer to the coast. The Atlantic Ocean still very cold. So as a result, only 49 in Rehoboth, 45 in Bethany Beach, and 43 in Ocean City. So cooler at the beaches, but inland we're looking at 61 in Richmond, 50 in Philly right now, 46 in Winchester, Virginia, as warmer air is building in from the south and west. We have a southwest wind around 10 to 15 miles per hour, and right along the coast, it parallels the coast, so that's why it's a little cooler there. And at times we are seeing gusts up to about 20 miles per hour. As far as rain chances the next several days, it looks like our bullseye for that comes Thursday and Thursday evening, scattered to maybe some widespread showers with a cold front. Aside from that, we're pretty dry before and after that. As we're looking at the visible satellite picture, we are seeing some mid to high level clouds building in, so we'll see filtered sunshine into the afternoon. A few showers through Pennsylvania and Virginia and points north with a little trough coming through. That'll dry out, but the clouds will be sliding through, and we're seeing more of those showers back to the west. And then behind this front, I think it will cool down a little bit as we go into tomorrow. Futurecast pretty mild into the low to maybe mid 60s inland areas as we go into the afternoon. 40s and 50s at the beaches, so make sure you bundle up there, but inland around 62 to 64. The clouds swinging through with that next system this evening, and then through the overnight, temperatures falling from the 40s into the 30s. By Wednesday morning, mid to upper 30s. It will be another mild day with lots of sunshine, upper 50s to close to 60 inland areas, but 40s and 50s at the beaches. So another day with temperatures well above average, as we are looking at a southwesterly flow. Big warm up across the East Coast between now and Thursday, highs in the 50s and 60s. A cold front later in the week, Thursday, will kick off some spring showers. You can see that on Futurecast around 1:30. These will be very light showers coming through. Clears out Thursday evening and then drier and much cooler as we go into your Friday. 62 this afternoon, mostly sunny and mild. Enjoy, get out there if you can. 36 tonight, clear skies and cold. Moving into Wednesday, lots of sunshine once again and a high of 58. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 62 Thursday, showers with that cold front, then 50 on Friday. Saturday 61, then much colder Sunday and Monday, only highs in the low 40s and overnight lows into the 20s. Not done with the winter cold just yet.
Thank you, Bob. And if you are having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of good local news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up right now for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday. And coming up tonight on DSN at 5, it's live coverage of Bayside Conference Girls Basketball Championship when Y-High takes on Queen Anne's. Then at 7, it's the Boys Championship between Decatur and Cambridge South Dorchester. And followed by the final score at 10:30. Coast TV will be right back.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
You know, any good reporter tries to stay connected with important officials in the community. I try my best to stay connected with, you know, just the man on the street or woman on the street that I interview. I'll get their phone number, become friends with them on Facebook, and, you know, just reach out to them, have conversations about what's going on, what they think maybe needs some attention in their community, and I just try to stay friends.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com now.
Coming up, Drew's cooking up a classic Italian dish with Valerie Bertinelli and Queer Eye's Anthony Borowski.
Nonni!
And the shocking reason people are taking time off from work. Tuesday at noon on CoastTV.
Salisbury may soon look a little bit greener. The city is receiving a grant to plant over 800 native trees across the city. The over $148,000 grant is from the Chesapeake Bay Trust. In addition to planting those hundreds of trees, the city has to register the planted trees with the state and submit progress reports.
I hope that it beautifies the city. I hope it's something that, citizens can appreciate because it'll make the city look pretty and it'll be good for the environment.
If you know a neighborhood, park, or street that could use a few trees, the city says they're asking for input from the public. CoastTV will be right back.
Delmarva Sports Network updates can be heard on 93.5 The Beach.
Get ready to run, walk, or stroll for a great cause. The 12th annual Lucky Leprechaun 5K is back in Milton on Sunday, March 9th. Start your day with a fun 5K at 11 a.m. Then stick around for the 17th annual Milton St. Patrick's Day Parade at 2. Your race supports the Milton Fire Department, the Milton Chamber of Commerce, and the Women's Club of Milton. Sign up now for just $35 or $40 on race day. Don't miss this St. Patrick's Day tradition. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
Bringing stuff to people at home that will change their lives or change the lives of the community is important. And while it's nice when we talk about the big national stories, the reason we're here is to connect people with what's going on right on Delmarva. And it's a very interesting community. It's not like a lot of other places, so you need that connection.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
This is a lie. He made this all up.
An overheated driver motors through her defense.
If I would have hit his car, he would have had my insurance and it would have been already taken care of because I make way enough money to pay for a mirror or anything else.
Let me know when you're finished.
I'm not finished. I'm not getting into it with the grown man over a fake claim. I don't even like being in the same room with this man.
Fine. Step out. Out!
Next, Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 2 on CoastTV.
Continuing coverage now of the U.S. measles outbreak, the number of cases continues to grow, with illnesses reported now in 8 states this year, the bulk of which have been in West Texas, where 90 cases have been identified since late January. Mandy Gaither has answers to some of the most common questions about measles.
It's one of the world's most contagious infectious diseases, and it's important to know the warning signs of measles. Early on, it can mimic a respiratory illness, causing a cough, red eyes, and extreme congestion. There may also be a high fever that may spike to more than 104 degrees. Typical measles cases also have a red splotchy rash that develops 3 to 5 days after symptoms start, and tiny white spots inside the mouth 2 to 3 days before symptoms begin. Experts say vaccination is the best protection.
For the vast majority of people, if you've gotten your measles shots, you should be protected. It should be something that works for life.
The vaccine is typically given to young children. Officials say the first dose, given between 12 and 15 months, is 93% effective against measles. The second dose, given around age 4 to 6, boosts that efficacy to 97%.
If you are living in an area where measles is circulating and you're worried about that, getting that second shot earlier is fine.
Despite the recent outbreak, experts say measles isn't becoming more severe. Before mass vaccinations, improvements in medical care were already lowering the death rate. However, before 1963, when vaccines weren't routinely given, there were between 400 and 500 people dying every year in the U.S. from measles. In 2015, there was 1 death, the most recent in the U.S. from the illness.
That's really what this vaccine is designed to prevent.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
We're seeing some clouds right now on the Bay Health Cam in Milford, 61 degrees and 60s as we go through the day. We're looking at nice weather the next couple of days, spring-like temperatures and then up and down temperatures as we get into the weekend. Some showers in between. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico. Your 10-day forecast is next.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm very passionate in what I do. I care about what I do. I try to be perfect. I know it's not, you can't be perfect, especially with weather. You have the challenge of the ocean being so close, and that poses a challenge in the winter when we get snowstorms. What direction the wind's blowing, that's going to play a role in who sees snow. Do the best you can to keep the public in the safest position you possibly can.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. The days may be cold, but the action is heating up. Feel the excitement of high school wrestling only on the Delmarva Sports Network. Watch the Peninsula's best athletes battle on the mats, from takedowns to game-winning pins. Load the DSN app now and never miss a moment. This winter, it's all about high school wrestling, only on DSN and DSN Plus. Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dream.
Spring is in the air this afternoon. Get out there and enjoy if you can. Mid-60s inland, cooler at the beaches. Then a front comes through this evening, shifting our winds to the north and west. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 58 Wednesday, showers on Thursday with a cold front 62. Much cooler on Friday. Weekend 61 Saturday, and then really cold Sunday into Monday. Lows in the 20s, maybe another rain chance by Wednesday. Not seeing any snowflakes. That's always a good thing.
That's good news, Bob. Well, thank you so much for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.